What's going on, guys? It's A with Notland's Vision. This week we're going to give you a little formation to put in your bag. It's not a full offense, but I'm going to go over a formation I've been liking to use recently. I've been rocking a lot of the Singleback doubles. So take a look at the formation here, and then let's jump into it. Let's take a quick peek at the audibles. So I like to use the 01 Trap, the Power Alert Bubble, the Z under, and the slants. There's two more plays I like to run. I like to run the PA boot comeback, and I also like to run the HB cutback, but those ones didn't quite make it all the way up to the audible list. Okay, single back doubles. Let's talk about it. We got three receivers, one tight end on the right side, opposite of the slot receiver. First things first, let's talk about running the ball. So you guys saw in the audibles, we have the trap, the power alert bubble. So that kind of gives us three options. The very first thing I look at is the nose guard head up over the center, or is he on one side or the other? If he's not head up on the center, right out the gate, I can change to a trap. So see, if he's shading to the left, I can run a trap to the right. My center will crash down, that guard will pull around. This whole playbook's kind of designed on getting, slowly chewing down the field, getting a couple yards here and there. So right out the gate, number one, we're looking at the nose guard. If the nose guard isn't head up, we're running a trap. Our other options are with this bubble. Say the nose guard is lined head up. The second thing I like to look at is going to be the guy covering this slot receiver over here. The guy covering the slot receiver, is he manned up on him? Is there any guy there at all? Does he look like he's blitzing? That's kind of my second look here is, can I throw that little bubble? And then number three is going to be, do I just have numbers on the right side of the field? Like right here, they got, three guys on the right side of the box. I'm pulling one guy from the left because the bubble is technically a power. So I do have numbers that way. So you have those three options as far as running. You have traps up the middle based off of where the nose guard is lined up at. You have bubbles on the outside, depending on where that outside linebacker or slot corner, however they line up, wherever that guy covering your slot receiver is lined up at. And you have the power to the strong side. So between those three, you can get a lot of different looks out of running it. Let's look at a couple runs that we've had on our MUT squads, and then we'll jump into the passes afterwards.
And I'm sure that both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays.
Oh, good look. Good look. I see you. I see you. Let's say we audible to slants. All right, so slants right out the gate is a good play. You got your two flats and your two slants. I'll show you some of the adjustments I like to make sometimes. I do like to do the double inside streaks if I want to pick on the zone in the middle with the two slants. If I think they've been running a lot of man, what I like to do is put this slot receiver here on a zig, because they can't press the slot receiver. So I like to put the slot receiver on a zig. And then a lot of times I like to, here, let me refresh it. A lot of times I will like to actually look at the far outside guy. And if they're backed off of him like that, I'll run out routes. And then I'll put the tight end on a streak. But you can kind of get your adjustments here. This is one of the pass plays that you have a lot of options for. You have your double seams, you have your out routes, you have your slants, your flats. You can kind of get creative here. If you want to, you can even start motioning this guy over. Maybe we motion him over and then keep the out slant streak combo looking thing going here. But you can kind of play around with that. And then if we go to our Z under, all right, Z under. So I only run Z under a couple different ways. I like it kind of stock. If you look, the tight end streak is like a little to the outside, so you can kind of throw it in the zone there. I do like the out and deep in combo on the left side. One of the adjustments I do like to make to this play is sometimes I like to run it kind of like a flood. I'll drag the slot receiver, I'll streak the tight end, and then I'll fade B. Probably block the running back at that point. So at this point, you're running 4 guys onto the right side. So you're kind of flooding the right side to see what you can do there. Sometimes I do like to keep it base, but wheel the running back. That's pretty much if they plan a lot of man. I really like the Texas route on a running back, but you have to have the X factor on there. The Texas route is super solid. But then similar to the slants, if you want to, you can always zig this inside slot guy here. This inside slot guy is going to be kind of your bread and butter whenever you're trying to get past the man guys, because they can't jam you. Another thing a lot of people are liking to do recently is if you put them on a slant and you can kind of motion snap it where you start running it. If they are manned on him, they won't really press him, and you snap it right before the play gets started. But that's going to be our passes. Let's jump into some of our Mutt Squad clips of the passes. I'm hitting the zig. I'm hitting the zig. I'm hitting the zig. First honorable mention on the list, we have our PA boot comeback. This is going to be after you've been running the ball on them, they start kind of stacking the box. You're trying to just get them biting on the run. How I like to set this play up, I really like to drag this outside guy. I run it a little shorter. I like to drag the outside guy and then streak the tight end. And this is how I like to run this play if I'm not running it base, because a lot of times the tight ends have pretty good matchups. Oh, look, I think he came down with that. But yeah, that is how I like to run honorable mention play 1, the PA boot comeback. You can either run it stock, or the way I like to set it up is drag X, streak A. And honorable mention number 2 is going to be the halfback cutback. Really, what this is going to happen to is after a while, you're going to be running enough power bubbles. The thought process is they're going to start shifting their defense towards your power side, and then maybe manning the slot receiver with the user. So you run this after they shift the guys to the right. Their user is like hyper focused on the slot receiver. You run the little cutback. You pull your guard from the right to the left, and sometimes you just get massive holes on that left side. This is what you go to when they start stacking the right side and manning up that slot receiver over there. Perfect. That covers our single back doubles and the 4 plays we like to run. On our running plays, we got looking at the nose guard to see if we want to run the trap. Look at the guy covering the bubble to see if we can get a quick dump out to the outside, or see if we have numbers on the power side. And then we jump to some of the different pass combinations with our slants and our, what was the other one? The Z under, our slants and the Z under. And then we looked at our honorable mention plays with our play action and when they start loading up one side with our little cutback. So that is the list of, 4, 5, 6. The list is 6 plays or so in the single back doubles that I like to run. Go ahead and try these plays out. Let me know what you feel like. The current playbook I'm using is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But play around with this single back doubles idea and give me some of your feedback on what you think. And I will catch you guys next time. Until then.